Hello, my name is Terry Baylor. I am the CEO for Live Life Technology, and my ideal client is healthcare. And we are reviewing the Meraki MX 75. So the scope of our use case is in small to mid-sized practices. We want to ensure that they have high availability. As also with HIPAA compliance, we ensure that that they're in compliance with HIPAA. The app built it into the MX75 is really great. Remediates known vulnerabilities. Sometimes the endpoint has a vulnerability, but the MX will block that connection from being made. So great product for small and mid-sized practices. Okay, so just overall management, I would say staying up to date on current firmware, the ability and how Meraki manages that. We get an alert that, hey, there's a update that's going to be rolled out on such and such a date. And we really just sit and watch it. The hands-off approach to that has really been great for a small team like mine. Yeah, I don't, at this point, I don't have a whole lot of cons because, we leverage so many of the just built-in functionality of the tool. Well, you know what? I would say this. Maybe configuring VPN and the licensing model around the MX, and for smaller clients, you need to have that licensing model is different. So maybe the licensing around VPN would be a lot nicer to see something more akin to smaller entities. Oh, a 10 for sure. Okay, well, I would say, for the multi-branch location, the abilities with, to leverage SD-WANs, which is really great, right? We have a practice that's got 3 or 4 sites. We can allow for that interoperability between the sites, and they can all communicate as if they're on a LAN, right? And so that's really great. I would say the a place where there isn't, well, there's some drawback is really leveraging the secure connect, right? You have to be a much bigger entity to leverage that. I think the licensing is, I forget, but there's some threshold, and most smaller businesses can't meet that threshold, so we can't leverage the secure connect functionality. So that would be great to see improved upon. Oh yeah, it's so there are times where I may not have an engineer, right? I can actually go in and troubleshoot the issue. I'm not as much hands-on and technical as I used to be, but because I have been in the need, I can step in. So it's been tremendous in that way. So we've integrated secure endpoint and umbrella. Sure. So yeah, so it gives a complete. It allows for us to ensure that our customers are completely secure, right? If they're working remote or offsite, we can ensure a secure connection, right? If they are off net and browsing the internet with Umbrella because the policies have been applied, we can ensure that those policy apply have been applied to that endpoint, although they're off net, right, off the corporate network. So those two things alone have been just tremendous. I would rate it. I would give it a 9. Right. I would say the only drawback is the secure connect is what I brought up earlier, that you have to have a certain um, seat size amount of. I think it's 100 seats. I think you got to have to really leverage secure connect. I think that's because of the work. Now that's all coming back to me. There's a certain amount of work that has to um, go into building out the platform. So the effort, they want the effort to match the amount of seats, right? So if they can simplify the effort, then us smaller guys can really leverage it. Hopefully Canvas can do that for us. Well, I looked at Fortinet and they have a very comparable product. I felt that Cisco was the better product for us. Um, Simply because of the how Meraki's gone to market, the integration of of Umbrella and Amp, and those all were disparate tools, right? But they've done a great job of integrating those tools to work seamlessly with the Meraki platform. So positive in amazing ways, right? The Meraki platform is a sticky product, and once customers experience it, we can get into cameras, we can get into sensors, and the ability to onboard those additional platforms, right, to build out their ecosystem for their journey, their cyber journey, and compliance journey has been tremendous. I do believe it delivers good value for the price in that um, it's a product that its life cycle it's much longer than what I would say a traditional um, enterprise life cycle is, right? A lot of times, that life cycle is 3 to 5 years, right? We know that Meraki, they have because of how the product is built. Now, granted, we're gonna have to see how this happens in the future, right? Because the catalyst is being Moroccofied, right? So hopefully we can continue to carry that forward. Yes. Yes, it does. Yes, it was pretty smooth. I would certainly buy this product again. My whole business model is based on this product. So, a little different, right? We use ConnectWise's remote management. It's how we get to endpoints and things of that nature. We're still kicking the tires on it, just really brand new on it. So, but so far it's been good.